Here we go. Ready? It is a steamy, hot, early September day here on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County as we are live for CCBC Catonsville men's soccer as the Cardinals take on the Cougars of Frederick Community College here at the Joseph P. Mildred Murray Stadium Field. Hello, folks. Once again, this is Isaac Donsky, the big man on the mic, ready to bring you all the action as the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals, currently sitting third in the Region 20 Division II standings, take on the second-placed Frederick Community College Cougars. This is going to be a fun one, folks. We're back after a two-game away stand for the Cardinals, two-game away trip, which was very profitable for Catonsville. Now, they did suffer a loss to Hartford, a rough loss at that, but they rebounded with a huge win over Hagerstown, the first shutout of the season, and they're back and ready to keep the pressure up. The Cardinals are on a hot streak, and for several reasons other than just their record. Remember that game against Howard in our last broadcast, where the Cardinals fell in a grueling loss that was noted for the toughness of both teams. That loss that was so gut-wrenching, a potential tie taken away from the Cardinals at the last second. Well, that's been overturned. Turns out Howard had an ineligible player that day, and as a result, the NJCAA has overturned the results. CCBC Catonsville is being credited with the victory, so they sit at 3-2, a winning record as we head into the middle part of September. It's bound to get even better for the Cardinals. They recently just added a new player to their roster. Hopefully we get to see some of him today. That being said, the Cardinals are off to a great start. Confidence is high, but they've got their work cut out for them as they face off against the Cougars of Frederick Community College. Now, this team is a tough one. Frederick is currently sitting second in the Division II standings in Region 20, just above the Cardinals. They're undefeated at the moment. Their only non-win was a tie with Prince George's County. Outside of that, this team has been very good. They have scored, on average, 4 goals per game and are coming off an 11-2 blowout victory over Harrisburg Area Community College. But in their 2 Region 20 games, the Cougars have had to fight for it. This is a team that has been fighting hard to try and prove themselves at the top of Division II, and the Cardinals might be their best match. This is a Catonsville team that played very well against some of the top Division I schools, and now these two get to face off in an epic early season clash. Let's go ahead and meet the starters and coaches for both squads, and we're going to start off with the visitors, the Frederick Community College Cougars. Here is their starting lineup. Starting on defense, a freshman from Frederick, Maryland, number 2, Marlon Melendez. Starting on defense, a freshman from Urbana, Maryland, number 4, Gustavo Castro Orozco. Starting on defense, a freshman from Frederick, Maryland, number 5, Alexander Coleman. Starting at midfield, a freshman from Walkersville, Maryland, number 8, Elijah Reyes. Starting at midfield, a freshman from Athens, Georgia, number 9, Alexandro Angulo Moreno. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Kingston, Jamaica, number 10, Joel Jameson. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Warrenton, Virginia, number 11, Joshua Umanzor. Starting at midfield, a freshman from Hagerstown, Maryland, number 12, Iker Alvarenga. Starting at forward, a freshman from Lima, Peru, number 17, Fabian Alcarez Espinoza. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Frederick, Maryland, number 21, Roger Diaz Beatriz. And the starting goalie today, a freshman from Germantown, Maryland, number 99, James Bolin. The head coach for the Cougars is Dustin Wise. His assistant coaches are Randy Jarrett and Corey Gorham. Now, let's meet the starters and coaches for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. The starting goalkeeper for today's contest, a freshman from Hanover, Maryland, number 00, Franklin Duarte. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Rosedale, Maryland, number 5, Paul Catafalmo. Starting on defense, a sophomore from Lagos, Nigeria, number 6, Caleb Akano. Starting at forward, a freshman from Owings Mills, Maryland, number 7, Bradley Ramirez. Starting at midfield, a freshman from Stafford, Virginia, number 8, Gio Guerrero. Starting at forward, a freshman from Alexandria, Virginia, number 9, Giovanni Alonso. Starting at midfield, a sophomore from Conakry, Guinea, number 10, Sharif Haidara. Starting on defense, a sophomore from White Marsh, Maryland, number 11, Brennan Eibner. The starting striker for the Cardinals, a sophomore from Catonsville, Maryland, number 22, Mike Miranda. Starting on defense, a freshman from Whitehall, Maryland, number 23, Colton Taylor. And starting at forward, a freshman from Mobile, Alabama, number 24, Michael Hogan. The head coach for the Cardinals is Kingsley Onwuka, and the assistant coaches are Karma Belay and Brian Gruder. We will be back in about 5 minutes for the start of today's game. Oh, check that, about 10 minutes for the start of today's game. The Cardinals and Cougars coming up right here on the Cardinals Network. So we're about set and ready to go here for this big matchup early on in the season. Two teams within the top 3 of Region 20 ready to square off against one another. The Cardinals will be wearing all white. Cardinals will be wearing all white with red numbers and black trim. Frederick will be wearing all green with white numbers and gold trim. A big thank you to everybody who helps out with these games today. All of our part-time employees, full-time employees, interns, and those who are volunteering. We have some student athletes helping out as well. Referees taking their position as both teams getting set. Frederick trying to prove that they're a legit threat in Region 20 this year. Catonsville trying to prove about the same, I'd say. Once again, the Cardinals will have out on the field there for us today Duarte, Catafalmo, Acano, Ramirez, Guerrero, Alonso, Hidera, Eibner, Miranda, Taylor, and Hogan. A good lineup for the Cardinals. They've gone through a couple of different lineups to start the season off, had a couple of substitutes here and there, but now not only do they have their set lineup ready to go for the rest of the season, but they also feature several new players who we might see tonight, a couple of new players who were just added to the team after passing eligibility. A lot of anticipation for this game, folks. This kicks off a 2-game homestand. The Cardinals will also face off against Northern Virginia. Nova, big surprise this year. Currently sitting in the top 10 in Region 20 after their disastrous season last year. That's going to be a fun game. That's coming up on Thursday. Cardinals have finished up their pregame pep talk. And so has Frederick. Frederick has won the toss, and they will begin with possession as we get set for this match, the 4th home game of the season for the Cardinals. Number 11, Joshua Umanzor, will kick it off as we get set. And we are underway as Frederick and Catonsville, 2 old rivals, battle it out. Frederick starting off slow here. They're going to get a play set up. You see Mike Miranda and Bradley Ramirez there probing the defense. Ramirez coming off that injury last game. He was able to play in the next few contests. Actually scored a couple of goals as Michael Hogan making his presence known, forcing Frederick to try and pass out there. And they're going to have to reset again. Frederick coming off that big 11-goal performance against Harrisburg Area Community College. In their 2 games against Region 20 opponents, however, they haven't scored nearly as much, but they're off to a 2-0-1 start to the season. Very good start for Frederick. And now the Cardinals really pressing up in there. Miranda trying to press up on the defense. They're going to pass out. Now the Cardinals defense is going to get a chance. They get it back to Colton Taylor, who heads it back to Duarte. And Duarte will send it in the direction of Gio Guerrero. Guerrero sends it up to Ramirez. Ramirez back to Hidera. Hidera down towards Guerrero. Guerrero breaking free. It's going to get knocked out of bounds. We apologize if you heard anything in the background, folks. That was somebody's phone going off. Ball did go out of bounds. Possession will go to Frederick, but a good start for the Cardinals. Doing a little bit of probing down there into Frederick's side of the pitch. Cougars will toss it in. They get it to number 10, Joel Jamison. That's arguably their biggest threat. He has been on a mission this year, currently sitting with 13 total points. As now down the far side, Frederick trying to get a chance, broken up by Acano, and here's where Frederick is going to have their first meeting with what we're calling the Big Red Wall. That's Catonsville's defense, one of the best defenses in Region 20, as Michael Hogan wrestles it away from his defender. Hogan trying to get away out of a double team, stolen away, briefly knocked to the ground, but Catafalmo's going to come in and try and help out as Frederick kicks it out. They try to get it down to Jamison on the near side of the pitch. Jamison looking for an open man. He sends it up. Acano breaks it and will send it back towards the offense, trying to get it down to Giovanni Alonso, who's making his first start at home this year. Alonso normally coming off the bench. Miranda sends that upfield out of bounds. Possession will stay with Catonsville, so a good start for the Cardinals as they will keep possession. There is rain in the forecast, folks, so keep that in mind as cloud cover has come overhead. There were thunderstorms on the radar. Hopefully they don't impact this. The Cardinals did play a rain game earlier. Inbounds kick, trying to get to Miranda. He can't get there in time. It's going to be covered up by the goalie. That's 99, James Bolin, who is making his first start of the season. The Cougars have struggled to find a goalkeeper this year. They have cycled through 4. They began the season with DeMonte Whitlow as goalkeeper. Eric Simonson started a game. They had Casey Kutschall come in for a couple of minutes in their last contest. James Boland now, who did get a play in reserve briefly, now getting a chance to start his first game. Boland, the freshman, making his first career start. And quickly want to give a big shout out to the CCBC Catonsville Campus Services, who got the power working back in our broadcast booth today, as Frederick's going to get an opportunity unless it's broken up. Here is a chance. Cougars looking, Akano all over his man, trying to break him up. The big red wall is going to come up big here. Akano breaks through, tumbles to the ground. There is a whistle and a foul on Frederick. Free kick coming up for the Cardinals. And they will use that free kick to reset the ball here with Franklin Duarte, the stellar goalkeeper, who has done an excellent job for the Cardinals this year. Duarte sends it down to Miranda. Nice header, gets it up in the direction of Alonso. Alonso, one man to beat, gets it down to Hogan. Hogan has it stripped away. The Cougars will keep it alive as they send it down to Akano. Cardinals are going to have to reset here, though. I don't think they were expecting to regain possession. Good start for the Cardinals so far, as both teams have had looks deep into each other's territory. Would like to see the Cardinals get a good shot off here. Here's Gio Guerrero, loses control. Catafalmo is there to recover the play, and he will send this one in the direction of Hogan. Hogan, that stellar freshman out of Alabama via Baltimore. Now here's Hogan. Nice move. Excuse me, folks. That was kind of disgusting. Hope that didn't get caught up by the mic. He sends it back to Catafalmo. Ooh, Catafalmo slid a slide tackle there by Frederick, breaks it up. And here come the Cougars. This is Umanzor, number 17. No, that's Beatriz, number 17. He's shoved to the ground by Akano. Excuse me, that was actually Espinoza. My mistake. And this will bring up a free kick for Frederick. They will take it immediately. Well, they'll try to. Brennan Eibner goes down, and a foul on Frederick. Good start to this one. Both teams kind of just probing each other's defenses. First 5 minutes of this contest, trying to find an opening, trying to see what they could do. As Duarte here will reset. He's going to be hounded a little bit by Umanzor, so he gets it out to Akano. Akano will send it to Miranda, and Miranda trying to break away from his man, gets it down to Eibner. Eibner sends it down to Alonso. It's broken up by Frederick. Miranda is still there trying to keep the play alive. They get it to Hydera. Catafalmo comes in there. Great move by Paul Catafalmo and a great sliding tackle there. It will go out of bounds. The possession will go back to Frederick, but a good defensive stand there by Catafalmo. And that's what you got to deal with this Cardinals defense. This Cardinals defense is a literal wall. It is very hard to score on them, and when you do score on them, you have to fight for it, as here comes the Cardinals offense. Alonso has it stripped away briefly, and that goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Cardinals, though. That's been one of the big issues for the Cardinals this year. The offense is much improved from last year, but they still are looking for more improvements. Most notably, they're trying to get their offense to the same caliber as some of the other teams in this region. We've seen pretty much every team in Region 20 have one big blowout win. The Cardinals, their biggest win, they won by 4. Which is still very good. But considering some of the one-sided shellackings we've seen this season, including the one that Frederick put down on Harrisburg, I'm looking for a little more for the Cardinals today. Hopefully we will get to see it eventually. That being said, the Cardinals still have played beautifully this year, especially on defense. Frederick now trying to find an opening. As here's Umanzor, hounded by Catafalmo. He gets it to his man, who sends it back to number 9. That's Moreno. And Moreno will head it back to the defense as they try to reset here. Keep your eyes peeled on Bradley Ramirez, by the way. Very fast young player. As Guerrero breaks up that play, has to back up to avoid fouling Jamison. Jamison and Guerrero get tied up. Oh, and Guerrero got a little too handsy. That is going to be a yellow card on Gio Guerrero. Welp. That's his first yellow card of the season, and that's going to set up a free kick deep in Cardinal territory. Cardinals have done a good job of breaking up free kicks, though, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Taking the free kick will be number 21, Roger Diaz-Beatriz. And Beatriz sends it up. Duarte covers it. Little dribble there, but he'll just hold on to it. And a good save for Franklin Duarte. The star goalkeeper for the Cardinals emerges a big leader in the backfield for the defense. As this one is sent deep downfield. Cardinals trying to get an advantage, but it was a little bit behind. So Frederick's going to have to reset here. Alonso is all over there trying to break it free. So is Ramirez. Ramirez gets under his man using his smaller frame to do so. Look at Ramirez breaking through. He gets knocked to the ground, gets it to Miranda. Miranda has it caught up, nutmegs a man, tries to get it to Hydera, but it's broken up by Frederick. A good look for the Cardinal defense there, but Frederick is able to cover. And now the Cougars back on the attack. Or were they? Hogan, big defensive stop. He sends it down for Miranda. It's briefly broken up. Miranda trying to use that big body of his to break it up himself. Keeps it alive briefly. Miranda trying to. It's booted up into the air. Kept alive by Taylor with the header. Bounces off the chest of Beatriz. And here's Hogan now using that speed of his. This Cardinals team, much faster than last year's team, able to use the speed to their advantage. They've got a couple guys who can come off the bench who can really take off. But they got to be careful. On a hot, muggy day like today, you want to conserve your energy, not get overheated. Chance for Frederick here. Here's Jamison screaming in there. Taylor trying to break it up. Jamison keeps it alive. What a save by Duarte. Knocking it out of the corner. Great save by Franklin Duarte. Cardinals back on the attack. Akano, that one deflected, I think, off the face of a Frederick player. He gets it to Hydera. Hydera tripped up. Frederick keeps it alive. Akano bats it back the other way. And here is Alvarenga. Sends it up. Broken up by Taylor. Eibner gets in there. It's headed up. Guerrero is going to come over and try and keep it alive. I apologize if my head just got in the shot. Did not mean to do that. Went out of bounds, so Frederick will have possession. Quick toss in there by Melendez. And Guerrero knocks it out of bounds again. This time, though, possession will go back to the Cardinals. Something interesting to note here, the Cardinals not running their usual defensive lineup here. They've moved Paul Catafalmo to the midfield. As hold that thought real quick. Frederick on the attack here. Here's a chance. Catafalmo. No, excuse me, that's Eibner. Trying to break it up. It goes back. Let's see what the call is. I think it's going to be a corner for Frederick. It will be. So a corner kick coming up for Frederick here. Can't see who's taking the corner. On its way. And it is headed out of the goal by Catafalmo, kept alive by Ramirez. Juggling it up. Ramirez trying to fight for it with Moreno. Frederick will keep possession for the time being, but the Cardinals are pressing hard. Here comes an opportunity. Hogan will just let it go out of bounds for a goal kick for the Cardinals. Good stance there by Catonsville and a great play by Paul Catafalmo to keep Frederick out of the net with a nice header. Duarte, booming kick to midfield, trying to get the Cardinals offense kick-started here. And Frederick's going to send it the other way. Or will they? Broken up by Eibner and Catafalmo. Frederick's going to keep possession. Eibner trying to get in there and break it up. He will. He gets it to Hydera. Hydera has its... keeps possession briefly, but Frederick is swarming over him. And the Cougars weren't ready for that. Cardinals will keep possession here. It's a game of chess, ladies and gentlemen, as the Cardinals send it out to Ramirez. Ramirez trying to fight out of a triple team. Can't do it. Frederick takes possession. That's Elijah Reyes. Reyes gets it up to Beatriz. Beatriz back to Reyes. Broken up by Taylor. Oh, got to be careful. That's Manzor. Sends it across. Hogan knocks it back. Eibner kicks it out to Miranda. Ooh, Miranda, though, the deflection goes back towards Frederick, but Hogan's going to try and break it up. Hogan trying his best to break it up. Keeps it alive. He gets tripped up. That's a foul. And a free kick coming up on the other side of the pitch. By the way, folks, we do apologize if the view seems a bit obscured due to the way our windows are built here in our press box. We had to configure the windows a little bit so that you could see every bit of the pitch. We'll see if that can help a little bit. We keep the window cracked just a bit so we can hear any whistles. As the Cardinals, meanwhile, have a couple of backups warming up. Akano booming kick downfield. Alonso shaken up there for a second. Frederick's going to try and kick it out as the sun is back out finally. And Akano, once again, using his body there to break it up, finds Hydera. Hydera trying to find a man. Sends it down to Guerrero. Now Guerrero coming up. We'll send it out to Ramirez. Ramirez wide open down the near side of the pitch, coming to the corner. Ramirez will keep it alive. One man to beat. Ramirez looking for an open man. Ramirez gets a shot off, but he was off target. It bounces off the corner of the goal. Good hustle, though, by Bradley Ramirez. About 31 minutes to go here in this first half. It's been an exciting one so far. Both teams with plenty of chances to score, although, hey, Frederick kind of has controlled possession so far. Here's Catafalmo breaking up that play. And they're going to say possession to Frederick. I think Catafalmo stepped out of bounds. Here's Miranda trying to break up a play. Frederick trying to reset, but the Cardinals' offense is proving a little more difficult, making that very difficult as Alonso tries to get in there. And the way his body language said, maybe there was a... Catafalmo tripped up Alvarenga there. Frederick's going to hurry on the free kick, get it down to Jameson. Joel Jameson kicks it down to Melendez. Melendez crosses over. Catafalmo breaks it up. Guerrero will send it sky high to Alonso, who heads it in the direction of Miranda. Now Miranda, all by himself there. He needs options. He's going to get options. He breaks away, gets it up to Hogan. Hogan's going to have to use his speed. Can Hogan get there in time? No. I don't think Hogan wants to, though, because it may have gotten nicked for offsides if he got any further ahead. Frederick back on the attack now. Cougars seem to be in control of possession, but they can't seem to figure out the Cardinals' defense, as Catafalmo will knock that one out of bounds. And that has been the big issue for all teams this year. They just can't seem to figure out Catonsville's defense. The Great Red Wall just keeps teams out of the goal. If you're going to score against the Cardinals, if you're going to beat the Cardinals, it's going to be by very little. Most of the Cardinals' losses this year have come by 1 point, 1 goal or fewer. 2 goals or fewer. Because again, it is hard to score on these guys. Frederick now looking a little unbalanced as Ramirez using his speed to try and break up that play. That's what he does best. Ramirez motioning, I think a couple Cardinals players have been motioning that number 8 for Frederick, Elijah Reyes, may be getting away with grabbing their jerseys. As Frederick on another attack here, Cardinals defense breaks that up briefly. Akano gets a foot in there. Frederick's going to have to reset. Alonso keeping the Cougars on their toes. They send it down to number 2, Melendez. And keep your eyes on Reyes. Every time the Cardinals have gotten close to him, Catonsville players have not looked very happy with the results of clashing with Reyes. That ball went out of bounds, so possession will go back to Catonsville. Of course, the Cardinals coming off a couple of home games. You remember our last 2 home games, very tough physical contests against Montgomery and Howard, as we have our first sub. Entering the game for the Cardinals, number 21, Aziz Mote, the freshman from Sherwood High School. Shout out Sherwood. That is this announcer's alma mater. Actually, I don't know if alma mater is the right term to use for a high school. We'll go with it for now. Cardinals will send it upfield. Alonso trying to break into Frederick's defense. Cougars have done a very good job of keeping the Cardinals on their toes. But, by the way, Mike Miranda was the player who was subbed out. Aziz Mote led the Cardinals in shots at the beginning of the season. Very solid young player. And they're going to give Miranda some time to relax while Mote gets in there. Meanwhile, the Cardinals offense, here comes Hogan trying to break up a play. Frederick can't seem to find an opening here to get it upfield. Now they're going to try, but Hogan's speed, he comes in there and he forces Moreno to send it back to the defense. That's the thing about this Cardinals offense. They will pester you. You may try to reset a play and slow the pace of the game down, but no, the Cardinals, they will have their speedier players get right up in your face and force you to keep passing. And that's going to tire you out quick. That's how the Cardinals got a couple of wins this season. 2 of their 3 victories have come for the Cardinals just pestering their opponents and forcing mistakes. Alonso getting right up there in the business of Frederick. Here's Mote. Very tall player. They're going to get it down to an open Frederick man, but he's going to get broken up by the defense. No foul called. Despite him going down, here's Jamison, leading scorer, trying to go for another. Jamison can't get past that literal wall as he was surrounded by white jerseys. And it's back out to the Cardinals, and here's Ramirez. Down the sideline once again, near side of the pitch. Ramirez stops short, trying to get a little fancy to get away from his man. He does. He sends it up towards Hogan. Hogan trying to beat the goalkeeper. Hogan keeps it alive. No, it goes out of bounds. Good play, though. So close for the Cardinals. If Hogan had been able to to stop his momentum short and grab the ball, he might have been in a prime position to score. He had slipped past number 99, James Bolin. But it will be a goal kick for Frederick. But a good look there for the Cardinals. As Hogan's looking very tired after that play. You can see him grabbing his side there. I think he's okay. I think he's just trying to catch his breath. Hogan has yet to score a goal this year, but he does have 3 assists on the season. Leads the Cardinals in that department. And if it suddenly got quiet on your end, folks, that's because our AC unit just turned off. I hope it'll come back on eventually. We need it. It gets very hot in here. Cardinals offense keeping Frederick on their toes. Taylor will break up that play. Now Frederick. Oh, that's going to be offsides. Duarte will come out of goal. Good look there by Duarte. Knowing they were going to be offsides, he came out of goal there, knowing it would be all good. So the Cardinals will get a free kick here about just near midfield. About, I guess, if we're playing the other football, the 40-yard line, 42-yard line. And Akano will get us back underway. Frederick's got a sub warming up on the sideline. Duarte sends it down to Guerrero. Guerrero moved up. He gets it towards Ramirez. A little too much power. Ramirez is fast, though. Maybe he can break it up. Ooh, Ramirez gets tossed. That's going to be a goal kick, though, as Ramirez was the last to touch it. So a goal kick coming up here. Bolin will do the honors. As we've got about 24 and a half minutes to go in this first half. As now the Cardinals are sending in the fastest player on the team, number 2, King Remy. That might be a big mistake there. Good pressure by Aziz Mote on number 21, Beatriz. It's going to give the Cardinals possession deep in Frederick territory. Look at Ramirez. Look at Ramirez. What a move. Stole it away from his man. Jamison went down for a second. He gets back to his feet. Unfortunately, Mote wasn't able to get in possession. Catafalmo comes up trying to break it up. Frederick back on the attack. Mote got a nail on it as now here's a chance for Jamison. Cardinals defense coming back. Jamison trying to find an opening man. Broken up by Gio Guerrero. Jamison knocks it back. Guerrero and Jamison fighting for it. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Jamison wants a corner kick. He's not going to get it. Akano double teamed. Gets it out to Eibner. Eibner sends it down in the direction of Mote. Mote has his own man there. Mote gets tripped up. No foul called. the Cardinals will send it back out. Excuse me, the Cougars will send it back out. It's a battle of the seas here. Ramirez trying to break up that play. Look at that toughness. Out of bounds, possession to the Cardinals. And Ramirez once again using that speed and that toughness to get in between those bigger players and keep it alive. Ooh, big mistake there. Sharif Hydera says, yeah, that was my fault. I accidentally sent it back out. As Ramirez once again getting up, right up in the business of Marlon Melendez. Cardinals offense now trying to get something going here. They're going to have to wait. It's going to be the defense's turn. Frederick with another chance. Eibner trying to break it up. They got to do something here. There's going to be an open man in a little bit. Here's a chance. Catafalmo slide tackles his way out of there. Gets it to King Remy. Remy, speed, will go out of bounds. Possession to the Cougars. And out of bounds. Oh, no, it did stay in bounds. Cougars are going to have to reset, though. There's too much pressure coming from the Cardinal offense as they now come on the attack. They get it down to Melendez. Melendez finds Jamison. Jamison has it blocked out of bounds by Guerrero. As the Cardinals are now going to send in some subs. Actually, it was Frederick who sent in some subs as they sent number 27, Brian Saar, into the game. And Saar will immediately send it in towards Jamison. Catafalmo ball hawking him there. And they send it back. They're going to have to reset here. Coleman gets it up to Orozco. Remy trying to break up that play. The Cardinals, I think they did have a substitute. I'm trying to see who they subbed in. I don't think they did. I think they were about to, but they decided against it. Remy trying to break up that play. Hydera now coming in there. Oh, good play by Aziz Mote. He's got to be careful, though. He landed a little awkwardly on his knee. Gets it to Guerrero. Now Guerrero sends it down. A little too much power on the kick, though. He was trying to find Alonso, but I don't think Alonso was ready. Still, good job by the Cardinals. That red wall. They're going to send it down. Akano kicks it up. Duarte way out of goal. He's going to come and just kick it out of bounds and out of the park. So Frederick with possession now deep in Catonsville territory. See what they can do. Frederick with a chance. Blocked by Eibner for a second. They're going to try and get it to Jamison. Hounded by Guerrero. Here's a chance. Jamison shot blocked by Guerrero. Saar is there to break it up. Saar, deep shot. Duarte with the save. Keeps it alive. Cardinals defense. Keeping this game scoreless. How about that? Folks, I have called games here for the Cardinals. This is my third year calling games for the Cardinals. This Cardinals defense, I think, has been one of the best ones we've seen so far of the three we've called. That being said, it is still early in the season, so knock on wood. But it's a great start so far. Saar trying to get away from Ramirez. Here's Alonso coming in there. Taylor keeps it alive with the header. Finds Catafalmo. One of the captains today wearing the captain band, that lime green band. Slide tackle. Oh, he gets piggybacked. Gets it to Guerrero. And Guerrero will send it back to Duarte for a reset. Now Duarte with a shot downfield finds Eibner. Broken up briefly. But Fredericks Moreno lost control of the ball for a second. Akano with the ball now. Akano waiting for some open men. He sends it downfield for Alonso. Alonso trips! Ooh, tough luck there for Giovanni Alonso. I think he tried to make it look like he got knocked to the ground there for a second. Nope, never mind. He actually just tripped. Okay. Thought for a second there might have been some contact, but I think Alonso just tripped. That turf, when it gets hot, man, you don't want to fall in it. It will burn. Now here comes Catonsville pressuring his man. Frederick trying to get an opening. Akano gets in there and breaks it up. Akano grabbed his ankle. He gets back to his feet. Okay, he's good. Whew! That was scary for a second. Caleb Akano, the captain of the defense, one of the toughest guys out there on the field. That was a little scary for a second. He just got down and clutched his leg, but he's back on his feet. Akano, one of 3 international students playing for the Cardinals, hailing from Lagos, Nigeria. The others, of course, Abdul Lom is from the Gambia, and Sharif Haidara from Guinea. Speaking of Haidara, here he is with possession, trying to break up that play. He does a great job, as always, of doing so. Sends it down to Guerrero. Now Guerrero looking for an opening. He gets it past Sarr. Guerrero, it's going to be a track race. Sarr sends it out of bounds. Guerrero is motioning towards the ref. Actually, are you kidding me? They're going to give possession to the Cardinals. Excuse me, the Cougars. They're going to give possession to the Cougars. Guerrero wanted a foul there. As Hazard, the AC is back on. It's getting a little too uncomfortable in here. I think we have set at energy saver, but we might change that in the second half because it is brutally hot out there, folks. Cardinals are getting ready to send in some subs. As meanwhile, the offense continuing to pressure the defense here. Look at Alonso go. Oh, you're kidding. The AC turned on and it turned back off. We're going to fix that at halftime, folks. They get it down to Jamison. Jamison trying to break away. Crossing the pitch. Sends it up. Akano is there to break up the play. And that's what Caleb Akano does best. If you've got a good play going, you think you might have a chance, Caleb Akano is going to come in there and break it up. Now here's Ramirez. Streaking down, trying to get it to Alonso. Alonso held up by his man. Orozco was really getting handsy there with Alonso. No call there. Cardinals, they got to get a speedy guy in the middle. That's been the issue so far in this game. Whenever one of their flankers gets it up towards the man in the middle, he's not there in time. That's nothing against Giovanni Alonso. He's been doing a great job this season. But he just hasn't been as fast today as usual. Cardinals might want to see what will happen if they put Ramirez in the middle because he has been sprinting. Here's, speaking of sprinting, Paul Catonsville was coming in there like a bull in a china shop to break up that play. As he and Jamison got into it, the 2 captains of these 2 warring teams. Again, this is a battle between the number 2 and number 3 ranked teams in Division 2 of Region 20. A position that neither team thought they would be in at the start of the season. Frederick is usually a middle-of-the-table team, but they've gotten off to a hot start. Catonsville, meanwhile, is coming off one of the worst seasons in program history, and they suddenly find themselves with a 3-2 record, although one of those wins did come due to a result being overturned, that game against Howard. But they still have pulled together 2 very impressive victories and have held some of the best teams in Region 20 to a single goal as their defense continues to impress. So this game really is a test to see which of these teams is legit, Frederick or Catonsville. Right now, it's hard to say. They've both been playing beautifully defensive soccer. We've got about 15 minutes to go in this first half. As that was a handball, I think, by Frederick. That was number 19, Joshua Martins, who was checked into the game. Apologies, we didn't notice him earlier. He is in there, though, and I think he got called for either a handball or a foul. His possession will go to the Cardinals. It's going to be a free kick, and Franklin Duarte will take it. Franklin Duarte, interesting case, came from overseas, out of Hanover, Maryland. Meade High School, has played overseas before. I don't believe on a professional level, but we'll double-check that. As they sent that down for Ramirez, it's knocked back. Sarr will go to keep it from going out of bounds. As the Cardinals offense comes up. Sarr, deep pass downfield, broken up by Taylor. Guerrero sends it back to Akano. Akano gets it to Duarte. Duarte looking for an open man. Instead, he's going to send it down to Taylor, the big tall man in the backfield for the Cardinals. Oh, man, Duarte's got to be careful. That was broken up. Open net. Goal, Frederick. That's number 12, Iker Alvarenga. He broke away from Duarte, who had gotten too far out of net, and Franklin Duarte, frustrated, kicks the net. That is Alvarenga's 4th goal of the season, unassisted as he fights his way past Duarte, who had gotten out of net. A mistake by the Cardinals will give Frederick an early lead. Substitutes, meanwhile, coming in for the Cardinals. Abdulom is into the game. Michael Hogan is back into the contest, as comes Mike Miranda. Well, don't fret now, boys. You're only down 1-0. You can come back from that deficit. It's just a mistake. No harm done. Not too much harm done, I'd say. Also checking into the game for the Cardinals, just noticing him now on the near side, Jason Astudillo, number 17. Another player to keep your eyes on. So the Cardinals send in their subs as they try to even the score with Frederick here. They get it on to the near side to Hogan. Hogan sends it down to Miranda. Miranda, it's going to tiptoe the sideline. Keeps it alive. Miranda, it's deflected up. Corner kick coming up for the Cardinals. Just like that, the Cardinals might have a chance to tie this baby up. Knock on wood. Superstition runs very high here in the broadcast booth. If you folks have been watching Cardinals broadcast for a while, you know that last year during the baseball and softball season, superstitions got a little too high to the point where we weren't allowed to really say anything about if there was, let's say, a no-hitter going on. You can't mention it. Hogan will take the corner kick for the Cardinals. On its way, it is going to be headed up by Frederick, kept alive by Loam, who gets knocked down. A foul on Loam, as we've got 2 players down. Loam and Alvarenga, who scored the goal, as they're now asking for the athletic trainer to come up, as I think Alvarenga and Loam butted heads there. Oh my. Loam sitting on the ground, checking out his head. Alvarenga, meanwhile, is down. Our athletic trainer, Miss Abby Miller, is out there to assist. Alvarenga is moving his extremities. I think he just, meanwhile, Abdulom is back on his feet. I think he's talking to the ref there. It's Iker Alvarenga. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, Caleb Acano has just called the team over. They're going to have a little meeting here. Alvarenga is on his feet. He is on his feet. He's going to be helped off he's going to walk off the field under his own power. Great to see. After he and Abdulom butted heads there by mistake. As the Cardinals are going to take this opportunity to discuss some tactics. They've been playing a good game so far. It was just a mistake by Duarte that let that goal in. But outside of that, they've been playing a really good game. This feels like this game is still within their reach. If they can find a way to get on the board here in the late in the first, it's not out of reach. We've got 12 minutes to go in this contest. Free kick coming up for Frederick. And they sit it down to Sar. I don't know as the Cardinals might have a chance. Mote keeps that alive. Miranda trying to keep that alive. Sar under pressure from Astudillo. As here comes Loam. Loam breaks up. Nice pass to Miranda. Miranda gets it back to Loam. Loam breaks free. Loam up the sideline. Loam up. Goal! Michael Hogan! His first career goal as a Cardinal! Tie game, baby! Oh, what a play by the Cardinals. What a play by Abdulom. What a play by Hogan. What a play. And just like that, it is 1-1. You don't think this Cardinals team has heart? Look what they just did there. Michael Hogan with a fantastic goal off the boot of Abdulom. It's a whole new ball game, folks. 1-1 the score. Frederick now back on the attack. Trying to find an opening. Hogan breaks it up. Frederick will toss it back in. 11 minutes to go. And the defense... Nope, that's a foul on Frederick. Catonsville possession. And the crowd here, a good chunk of which sitting right below us are Frederick fans, has gone silent. As meanwhile, that ball goes out of bounds, possession back to the Cougars. Slide tackle by Hydera breaks up that play. They get it back to Hydera as now a foul called. Oh no, Paul Catafalmo has gone down hard. Yellow card on number 25 for Frederick. That's Oscar Valdez. As Catafalmo has hit the ground hard, he's clutching his ankle. Oh boy. And he's back on his feet. Tough man, that Paul Catafalmo. He's going to stretch out his calves there for a second. Remember, Paul's coming off a leg injury from last year that knocked him out for the second half of the season, but the tough little captain who leads this Catonsville defense alongside Caleb Acano, he's back on his feet, and he's going to get the ball to start this possession. Sends it back to Acano. Acano knocks it up to Guerrero. Guerrero looking for an open man. Flips it up in the direction of Hogan, knocked away by Frederick. Acano will break that play up. Down goes a Frederick player. Possession to the Cardinals. They get it up to Miranda. Miranda keeps it alive. Mike Miranda, no, taken away, but Hydera is there to cover. Good play by Hydera. Broken up by Frederick. Frederick looking for an opening. They're going to try and pass it downfield. They get it to Jameson. Look out, here comes Astudillo. Astudillo streaking in there, trying to break up that play. They get it to Sarr on the near side of the pitch. Sarr kicks it back to the defense. They're going to send it back to Coleman. Coleman will get it back to number 4. That is Orozco, keeping it alive. Now Frederick on the attack. Here comes Jameson, tied up with Acano. Jameson and Acano looking for an opening. Acano, get a little handsy. Eibner breaks up the play. Eibner, deep shot downfield, trying to get it to Hogan. It's headed away by Moreno and kept alive. Frederick now back on the attack. Catafalmo coming up in there. Catafalmo breaking up that play. How about that? Out of bounds, it might be, no, it's a foul on Catafalmo. Okay, so there's a reason Catafalmo was able to break up that play. Got a little too aggressive. And it's a free kick for Frederick deep in Catonsville territory. Meanwhile, quick update. Iker Alvarenga is doing warm-ups on the sideline. You can probably see him in the background of your picture there as our athletic trainer, Miss Abby Miller, checking to make sure that he hasn't suffered a concussion from that little collision with Abdul Loam. We do hope the best for Iker. That was a scary moment there. Free kick. Oh, they hesitated. On its way, broken up. That was, I believe, Guerrero who headed it out of the way. Good job by Gio Guerrero. 8 minutes to go. As meanwhile, Bradley Ramirez has re-entered the contest. Another corner kick is coming up. On its way. It will be headed up, kept alive. Goal, Frederick. The Cougars answer right back on the corner. It was number 4, Gustavo Castro Orozco, the freshman, scoring the first goal of his career. The defender coming up, and the Cardinals trail 2-1. Well, let's see if the Cardinals can respond. We knew this game was going to be a tough one, and it has been so far. Both teams showing some exhaustion here as Eibner sends that down in the direction of Hogan. Hogan, 2 men to beat. Hogan trying to keep it alive. Hogan trying to find an opening. Gets it to Hydera. Hydera trying to fight through. Hogan keeps it alive for a minute. Frederick, though, is able to break it up. Or will they? Miranda using that big body of his to get in the way. Miranda looking for an open man. Finds Hogan. Hogan streaking, trying to cross the pitch. He gets tied up. That should be a foul. It will be a foul. Boy, the way this Cardinals team could just immediately start attacking after a goal, they have been primed to respond like that. And it would be fantastic if they can manage to tie this baby up. Knock on wood. The superstition. So taking the free kick, this is a new player we haven't seen yet. This is Miguel Santiago Reyes Figueroa, number 14, who has subbed into the game for the Cardinals. He's one of those new players who recently just cleared eligibility, so he can now play, and he'll take the free kick for the Cardinals. Apologies, we didn't see he subbed into the game earlier. Figueroa will wait for it. Will take the free kick on its way. It's broken up by the goalie, James Bolin. Nice to see some of the Cardinals bench players getting some playing time here. As we've got 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go in this first half. It's been a wild first half. 3 total goals scored. Should be only 2 goals scored, but there was that mistake by Duarte early. But it's all good. Catonsville's kept this game competitive. And they'll try to keep it competitive. Ramirez trying to get in there. Here's Saar looking for an opening. Deep pass downfield. Akano will break it up. Gets it back to Duarte. Five minutes to go. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Cardinals setting it downfield. Jameson will toss it in for Frederick deep in Cardinal territory. Finds Saar. Saar gets it up to number 8. That is Reyes. His tall shadow starting to come across the pitch. Frederick on the attack, broken up by Catafalmo. Back to Eibner. Got to be careful here. Eibner gets it up to Hogan. Going to send it back. Ramirez. There is a foul on the play, so it'll be a free kick for the Cardinals. 4.5 minutes to go. 4.5 minutes to go in this contest. Frederick will reset here. Not Hogan. Well, here comes Hogan. Hogan coming in, trying to break it up. Weak pass. Frederick keeping it alive. Cardinals not really pressing as hard as they were earlier in the first half, but to be fair, they've been playing for a while and they are tired. That play is broken up by Abdul Lom. Now here comes Ramirez. Ramirez stops short. There was a grab. That is going to be, I don't think they called that. Ramirez. All right, Ramirez got away with grabbing Jameson's jersey there. It'll be Cardinals possession. And you can see a lot of the Cardinal players, but players from both sides looking really gassed here as we reach the final minutes here of this first half. We've got 3 minutes to go. As Loam steps up, gets it out. Russ Michael Douglas is checked into the game for the Cardinals. Here's Miranda fighting through. Miranda keeping it alive. Now Guerrero keeps it alive. No, he loses it to the Cougars. Cougars back on the attack now. But they don't have a lot of options downfield. They got to be careful. Hogan coming in there, streaking in, trying to break up the play. Cougars trying to fall back on defense. Broken up, kept alive by Catafalmo. He sends it back to Eibner. Eibner gets it back to Catafalmo, up to Russ Michael Douglas. Douglas back to Eibner. Eibner straightens up, launches a pass in the direction of Miranda. Now Miranda trying to fight his way around his man. It's broken up and knocked out of bounds. Possession for the Cardinals. Deep, deep, deep in Cougar territory. Douglas will pass in. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. It feels like the end of the game the way they're playing out there. Douglas will send it out deep, headed up, kept alive. Catonsville trying to keep it alive, as there was a foul on the play against the Cardinals. I think it was on Catonsville or some... No, it might have been on Michael Douglas, actually. Was it? Improper throw-in. And a big shout out to my cameraman, Anthony, for reminding me that. Remember, with this headset on, it sometimes takes a little bit of time to figure out what's going on. You can't always hear the referees down on the field. As that was a foul against Jamison. Cardinals with a chance. Here's Hogan, wide open. Hogan! Trying to find a man. Gets it in. Oh, so close was Michael Douglas, but a great save, though, by Frederick's goalie, James Bolin. I will give him that. That was a great save, but so close. Hogan with a fantastic pass to Michael Douglas, and we were just inches away from another Cardinal getting their first career goal. But, man, Catonsville's offense, they're keeping this game close. They know they can keep this game close. They know they can win. 1 minute to go in the first half. 1 minute to go in the most thrilling first half of this season so far. Now Frederick trying to extend their lead. Will they get a chance here? Maybe not. Akano breaks up the play. That does what he does best. Guerrero sends it down for Ramirez. Ramirez trying to break through. Ooh, overran that ball. They get it back down to Jamison. Figueroa will send it up and out of bounds. Possession will stick with the Cougars with 40 seconds to go in the first half. 40 seconds left in one of the most thrilling first halves we have seen in a long time here at Murray Stadium Field. Sarr taking his time, 30 seconds left. He'll toss it in. Jamison bounces it around. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Chance for Frederick. Shot blocked by Akano, foul called. That should do it. That should do it. 3, 2, 1, that'll do it. First half over. 2-1, Frederick leads. What a first half it was. This game, folks, is shaping up to be an all-time classic. We're going to go ahead and take about a 10-15 minute break. When we come back from the half, can the Cardinals get a comeback going and keep their record above 500? It's been a thrilling game so far. We will be back in about 15 minutes. And we welcome you back to Joseph P. Mildred Murray Stadium Field here on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County as we are getting set for the second half of today's men's soccer contest as the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals find themselves trailing 2-1 to the Frederick Community College Cougars. It was an exciting first half, one of the best first halves we've seen here in a long time, and we're about set to get underway. You may notice we actually have an overlay now. That's right, we have an overlay. So our scoreboard is operating. It isn't exactly correct. It says first period. It should be the second period. Don't worry about that, folks. We're working off of an actual football set, so we're just going to keep the second and 0 up there. Keep that up there to let you know it is the second half. As we're about to get started, 45 minutes to determine this one. We are underway. The big question now is, can the Cardinals keep up the intensity that we saw at the end of the first half? We might have a chance here as they're going to streak down the field. Mike Miranda fighting to get down there, trying to break through. Goalie comes up, trips up Miranda. Where's the foul? No foul. All right. We'll remember that one. Now, folks, this is our first time this year using our scoreboard, our score bug, so looks like it's going okay so far. As now Frederick trying to get a chance to score here. They're going to run to the Great Red Wall, which has had a rough night tonight, but there's always time to make amends. Here's Caleb Acano breaking up a play. Gets it up to Ramirez. Ramirez sends it in the direction of Alonso. Alonso trying to find his man, breaks it of a double team, gets it over to Acano. Now Acano sends it in the direction of Hogan. Hogan, who had the Cardinals' only goal, finds Alonso. Alonso breaks free of two men, trying to break free of two men. Saving the play is Brennan Eibner. Eibner can't keep it going, though. It's stolen away by 21, Beatriz. Beatriz will send it back as the Cardinals' offense on the attack. You could tell that they've rested up. They're ready to fight for this one. Catafalmo will send it to Acano. Acano sends it down to Hogan. Hogan looking for an opening. Finds his man. He tries to get it to Hydera. Hydera almost tripped up for a second. He finds Catafalmo. Catafalmo sends it way downfield in the direction of Gio Guerrero. Keeps it alive with a nice bounce. Guerrero is fighting to grab hold of it. No, it'll be taken away by Frederick's defense. Now Frederick coming back on the attack. Big collision there by Acano, and Jamison breaks it up, gets it to Hydera. Hydera finds Ramirez. Ramirez sends it up towards Hogan. Hogan wasn't able to out sprint number 9 in time, but Alonso may keep this play alive. Hogan streaking in there, trying to break it up. Here comes 17, trying to find an opening. And the Cougars will retake possession. Frederick trying to find their man. They do briefly. Going to take a shot downfield here, try to get some action going. It's going to be broken up by Guerrero. Gio Guerrero breaks up the play, gets it back to Colton Taylor. Taylor with a big pass downfield. Coleman breaks it up, it bounces up. Guerrero keeps the play alive with a header. There's another header. Hydera with a nice recovery pass, trying to get it to Alonso, but it's broken up by the Cougars. And now Frederick will just reset here. Good pass up there by Moreno, and it's countered by a good deep shot there by Acano that finds Miranda. Now Miranda trying to get out to Hogan. Hogan with one man to beat. He was tripped up. He was tripped up. That's a foul deep in Cougar territory. And a chance for the Cardinals. And a yellow card being administered against the Cougars. I'm trying to see who that was. Just like keep doing that. About 41 minutes to go here. 41 minutes, 34 seconds. As Guerrero will take the free kick. We're just adjusting our time there, folks. You know, the ref is trying to get Frederick's wall into place, so a chance here for the Cardinals. And a big chance indeed. Guerrero sends it up. On its way. Kept alive. Miranda fights for it. Kicked out, booted out. Good chance by the Cardinals, but a great defensive stand by Frederick. Now Akano gets it over to Hydera. Hydera fighting for it, but he's going the wrong way. He gets it up to Guerrero. Now Guerrero sends a shot downfield, and Hogan throws his hands up in the air saying, I was open, what are you doing? That was a tough one. Frederick trying to find an advantage here as Akano breaks up that play. Foul called, and it's a foul on number 11, Umanzor, Catonsville ball. And the Cardinals are going to reset. Or they're going to at least try to. Here's a chance. Frederick was sitting on it. There's going to be an open net. Oh, what a save by Akano. Another chance. Duarte gets back. No, that's a Frederick goal. They couldn't get back in time as Fabian Alcaraz Espinoza, number 17, scores. That is his 5th goal of the season, and it's 3-1. Oh, my goodness. Well, Frederick was waiting for that one. Frederick goal by number 17, Fabian Alcaraz Espinoza. Cardinals trying to respond here. Here's Miranda. Breaks free. Miranda looking for an open man. He sends it up. He had Ramirez and Hogan open. Instead, he sent it far ahead of both of them. So with 40 minutes to go, Cardinals trail 3-1 to Frederick. And Frederick's going to go on the attack once again. Duarte backing up, trying to get into goal. Here comes a shot. A near miss, too. My goodness. Umanzor was so close to getting his first goal of the game as it just missed the net. But the Cardinals defense, they got to tighten up. This is uncharacteristic of them, and this is concerning if they're going to allow this many goals. What was once a game that seemed like it could be in reach, now it's going to be a whole lot harder for Catonsville. Cardinals, they've got to start spreading the ball out more. Hogan and Ramirez have been open on several occasions so far. You've got to get the ball to those guys. The Cardinals, meanwhile, will be, well, it's actually the Cougars will be throwing in, and they will just simply reset. Here's a chance. Akano. Hydera, excuse me. Can't find his man. It's booted out of there by Frederick. Maybe kept alive. Guerrero fighting for it. Guerrero looking, gets tripped up. Play stays alive, out of bounds. Possession should go to the Cougars. It'll be a goal kick. Cardinals, meanwhile, have a ton of subs warming up on the sideline. I think they're going to make some wholesale changes to their defensive line here. As Frederick resetting here. The offense closing in. Miranda fighting to break away from it. Isn't able to for a second, but Eibner and Espinoza clash. Frederick back on the attack. Deep pass downfield. And Duarte's just going to boot it out of there. So Frederick with possession deep in Catonsville territory. And I think they're just going to backtrack here and reset. No, there looks like they're going to go on the attack. They've got an open man. Chance, maybe. No, defense comes up. Good stop. Acano breaks up the play. He finds Alonso. Alonso sends it up for Eibner. Oh, he wasn't there yet. It goes out of bounds and rolls below the Cardinal bench. So now Frederick back on the attack. And they're just going to sit on the ball here for a little bit. Got about 35 minutes to go in this second half. Hogan comes up. Frederick passes. Now Miranda getting some pressure. He's the only Cardinal really doing that. Cardinals might want to try to do what Frederick did earlier as well, that's a mistake. The Cougars passed the ball out of bounds by mistake as Eibner now will quickly toss into Alonso. Broken up by the Cougars. Taylor backtracking. They'll send it back to Duarte. Duarte's got to be careful. He's going to send a deep shot downfield in the direction of Alonso, and it's headed deeper into Frederick territory. Cougars will sit on the ball. Frederick gets it up. Trying to find an opening here in the Cardinal defense. They might have it. There's very little resistance down here. Here's an opportunity for Espinoza. Acano breaks up the play. Now Hogan. Oh, Hogan got clipped on the heel. He was limping for a second, but he's rebounded. As the Cougars now with another scoring chance. Shot broken up. That was number 12, Alvarenga. Good to see him back after that injury in the first half. Who takes a shot. And it was saved by Duarte. Now Duarte ready to take a goal kick here. Goes for it. Finds Hogan. Hogan. Nice pass to Eibner. Broken up for a second, but Eibner remains tough. And that's going to be a foul on Eibner. Little too tough for the referee's liking. Here, so I can do it more easily. About 34 minutes to go. Here's a chance. Ramirez breaks up a play. Ramirez pushed off. Maybe kicked away by Frederick. It's going to go out of bounds. Cardinals will keep possession deep in their territory. As here comes an army of substitutes for the Cardinals. They're going to send in Figueroa. They're going to send in Abdulom. They're going to send in Rosmichael Douglas. They're going to send in Aziz Mote. And they're going to pull Guerrero. They're going to pull Ramirez. They're going to pull Taylor. And I think they're going to pull Miranda, yes. So the Cardinals, big change of their personnel here. See if that'll give them some help. Get some momentum going. Bat it up. Mote trying to keep it alive. Foul called on Frederick. Here's a chance. Free kick coming up. It felt for a second there that the air had been sucked out of the stadium. I don't know. Anything can happen here. Cardinals can keep this alive, I think. 33 minutes to go. Free kick coming up. Mote will take it. We know he's got a good leg on him. See if he can get something going for the Cardinals. The Cardinals have got their entire offense on the far side. Mote takes the shot. Blocked. Mote takes his own block. Tries to fight past. It's taken away by Frederick. Well, that didn't work out. And now Frederick on the attack. Here comes Jamison. Tripped up by Akano. Foul on Caleb Akano. And a yellow card on Caleb Akano. At that point, you're rubbing salt in the wound as, oh boy, Jamison is down. And he'll get back to his feet, a little woozy, it looks like. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. He's all good. Free kick coming up for Frederick. Little stutter step, sends the kick deep downfield. Duarte comes up and makes the save. Good save by Duarte. And you could hear him through our glass window screaming at his teammates, get downfield, get downfield. Whereas Michael Douglas listened to that advice, he got downfield. Douglas with the ball. Oh, my mistake, folks. That's not Douglas. Hold on. That is somebody else. My mistake. That's number 26, Daniel Adhel, another new addition to the Cardinals. My mistake, folks. Did not recognize that at first, but yes, that is Daniel Adhel making his first ever start for the Cardinals tonight, number 26. Late addition to the Cardinals, cleared eligibility, getting his first chance to start here for the Cardinals. Will play here for the Cardinals. And he's been subbed in on offense. See what he can do. Cardinals are trying to get their lineup there to pressure Frederick's defense. Hogan doing a good job, as is Alonso. They get it back to the goalkeeper. Frederick trying to kick it out. Adhel, good pressure, breaks up that play. Great pressure by Adhel. Foul is called, though, on Adhel. A little too much pressure. So Frederick back on the attack. Duarte will come out of net and send that kick sky high. Nice chest play by Mote. Frederick with another chance. They're going to have to beat two men. Eibner is there to keep the play alive. Out of bounds, possession will stick with the Cougars. Orozco up, intercepted by Mote. Mote sends it down for Hogan. Track meet. Can Hogan get there in time? No, but he can still fight for it. Maybe he does fight for it. Hogan keeps it alive. Nice crosser up to Alonso. Giovanni Alonso breaks free. Alonso, nice play. It's up, it's knocked up and over the net. Oh, so close by Giovanni Alonso as Gustavo Castro Orozco came in there with a great defensive stop. Oh my goodness, we were so close for this being a one-goal game. So close for the Cardinals there. 30 minutes to go in this second half. There's still a chance. They're only down by 2. And you can tell they still have the fight. Goal kick coming here. Roslin will take it. Bolin, excuse me. I don't know where I got Roslin from. Shot on its way. Broken up. Ramirez checked back into the game. Tries to get out to Mote. It's stolen away by Frederick. Now the Cougars back on the attack. But they send it to nobody in particular, so it'll be Catonsville ball. And you can feel the energy here, folks. The Cardinals know they can do this. They got so close there. They just got to maximize their speed because Hogan and Ramirez, they are fast on the ends there. They can break away from these guys as Ramirez breaks up that play. They can break away from these guys and keep these plays alive. Here's Hogan. He's got Eibner streaking downfield. He tries to get it to him. Brendan Eibner. Nice crossing pass broken up. Hogan is there to recover. Oh! Oh, Mote wasn't ready for it. It bounced off the back of his head. Or his hand, I think. Yeah, handball on Mote. Ooh, if he had been ready, if he had looked up for just a split second, I think he might have been able to head that one in. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think he may have accidentally blocked Hogan's. Oh, offside. Okay, offside. So that was an offside call. That wouldn't have counted anyway, but good. That's what I was talking about. The Cardinals have to use their speed here. They're faster than Frederick on the flanks there. If they can get in there and break up Frederick's defensive passes, they have a chance. It's only 2 goals. It's only 2 goals. There is always a chance. And this isn't the same Cardinal team that would lay down and get beaten up, as there's a foul on Frederick, possession to the Cardinals. This isn't the same Cardinal team from last year that would lay down and get beaten up after falling behind by 2 goals. This is a team that will fight. I'm still holding out hope here, folks. Figueroa will take the kick and bounce. Hogan, oh, so close. Man, Hogan has been so close on these last 2 possessions. As now Frederick on the chase. Akano breaks up the play. Foul on Umanzor. That'll give possession back to the Cardinals. And Duarte will go to quick shot out to cut a Falmo. Excuse my language. I don't know how that slipped out. Here's Eibner. Ooh, nice play by Eibner. Gets it up to Ramirez. Ooh, Ramirez triple teams. Gets it back to Eibner. Oh, he wasn't able to keep it from going out of bounds. It's mistakes like that are going to cost these boys the game. Meanwhile, Frederick is making a sub. They're going to pull Umanzor out of the contest. And waiting to see who they've subbed in. I think that's number 25, Oscar Valdez. Yes, Oscar Valdez has entered the game, number 25 for the Cougars. So Cougars will throw in immediately. There comes a double team attack on Reyes. They get it out to Beatriz. Play broken up by who else? Akano. Akano gets it up to Mote. Now the Cardinals. He's got help. He gets it down to Adhel. Adhel. Nice play. Keeps it alive. It's broken up by the defense, though. But look at Adhel streaking in there. Bolin sends it deep downfield. Eibner has a foot on it. Caught a Falmo coming in there trying to break it up. As here's Jamison. Fighting hard. Akano comes in there, breaks up the play. Jamison wanted a foul. He's not going to get it. They send it up to the far side of the pitch. Trying to find an opening. Deep shot. Duarte. Up and over. And that should be a corner kick for Frederick. You know, they may be down by 2 goals, but this has been a very exciting. This game has easily been one of the most exciting games so far for the Cardinals. Just got to break through and find an opening here, but they got to stop this corner first. If they can stop this corner, I think they might have a chance. And I apologize if my head gets in the way. I have to crane over to see what we're looking at here. I think Valdez is going to take, yep, Valdez will take the corner. Corner on its way. It is headed up. Kept alive by the Cardinals. Duarte sends it downfield. Picked up by Ramirez. Foul called. Possession back to Frederick. .24.5 minutes to go. There's still time for a comeback. Frederick's going to start deep from their own territory. Send it deep. Back to Akano. Misses his assignment. It's okay. Duarte's there to cover it. Duarte will scoop it up. No time for caution here. We've got 23 minutes to go. You want to get it downfield as soon as you can and get your offense an opportunity to try and score. And they might have a chance. Mote breaks through. Here's Hogan. Hogan sends it up for Mote. It's broken up, but Hogan is there to recover his own deflection. Good hustle by Michael Hogan. Now look at Hogan go. Rest of the offense has got to get up and give him some help. Hogan. It's fancy footwork. Hogan. Oh, what a move by Hogan. Frederick will break it up and send it out of bounds. But my goodness, Michael Hogan is saying, I'm going to put the team on my back. I'm going to get us these points. As now we're going to see some substitutes. Sarr is in for Frederick. They're going to pull Adhel from the game. And Alonso, I think they're going to send in Miranda. And I believe that's Abdul Loam is going to come back into the contest. Or is that Haidara? They're going to keep Alonso and they're going to send Mote off. They're going to send Haidara and Miranda back into the game. So the Cardinals have got two of their veteran leaders in there now. They've got possession deep in Frederick territory. They've got 22 minutes to go. Clock still running. Catafalma will toss in. Miranda keeps it alive. Hogan trying to get up in there. Hogan all over Sarr. Sarr's pass is intercepted. Kept alive. Here's Eibner. Eibner gets it down to Hogan. Hogan. Nice pass. It's deflected. He's got her back. Gets back. Possession will stay with the Cardinals. Come on, boys. Let's go. Wait, the momentum is starting to shift, it feels like. And we really hope it continues to be on our side. Catafalmo directing traffic, trying to get his boys in place. We've got 22 minutes to go. Catafalmo sends it in. Bit of a wonky pass. He's trying to get it to Miranda. Miranda on the corner. Gets it out to Alonso. Alonso keeps it alive. Hogan keeps it in bounds. Good play by Hogan. Great pass by Hogan. He goes down, but he's back on his feet. Catafalmo is there. It's batted up and kept alive for now. Kept alive for now. Now Frederick with possession. Ooh, Frederick wasn't ready. Haidara with the steal. Catafalmo keeps it alive. Good play by Catafalmo, but he has to back up. Guerrero comes in there. Oh, excuse me. Figueroa comes in there as down goes a Frederick player. And that is Valdez. That's Valdez, number 25. He gets back to his feet. As Frederick will have a free kick in their own territory. So here comes Frederick. They're going to reset here. They're up 3-1 with about under 21 minutes to go. Ramirez uses his speed down the far side of the pitch. Here comes Ramirez. Ramirez gets it out to Miranda. Miranda looking for an opening. Miranda going to make an opening himself. He's got two men to beat. One man, excuse me. Miranda trying to break free. Has it taken away by Melendez. It's knocked back. Abdul Loam is there to cover. Loam gets it up, trying to find Hogan. Hogan has to stop short. And you can feel the Cardinals. They just need one chance here. One chance. Here comes Frederick. They're going to have a chance with Jamison. Akano wanted an offsides call, didn't get it. Jamison, broken up by Taylor, by Figueroa, excuse me, as there's a foul called on Jamison there. He's grabbing the collar of Figueroa. Ramirez will send it back to Figueroa. Figueroa finds Miranda. At least he tried to. Cardinals are very cautious trying not to go off sides here. That's why they seem to stop short instead of pursuing their opponent. I'm thinking they might need to get a little bit aggressive here if they want a chance. 19 and a half minutes to go, excuse me. The Cardinals trail by 2. But the way they've been playing in the second half, they're not out of it. Catafalmo comes up. They're trying to get it to Hogan. He has been the linchpin for the Cardinals so far in this game. The one player able to get some noise going on offense. That might change. Catafalmo is showing a lot of aggression here. That's good to see. Offsides is going to be called. That's what the Cardinals have been trying to avoid all game long. Frederick falls victim to it right here. As I think that was an illegal throw-in. I'll wait to see. No, it's foul on Frederick. Okay. So Figueroa motion, he's trying to get everybody downfield. He wants to send it deep. He will try to send it deep. He tries to get it to Miranda. It's broken up by Frederick. Valdez with the ball now. Valdez sends it up. Broken up by Akano. Man, he is just great at breaking up plays before they can form. And he sends it up to Alonso. Alonso, little trip step there, trying to find a man, gets it to Hogan. Nice pass. Hogan finds Akano. Akano gets it over to Ramirez. Ramirez looking for a man. Ramirez takes a shot. He was off target there, but good aggression. 18 minutes to go. 18 minutes left in what has been a thrilling game. Cardinals, they just need one thing to go their way here. I think they can get back into this. Frederick chopping through Catonsville's midfield right now, doing a great job. They're going to send a shot down in the direction of 19. That's Martins. Martins has it broken up. Ooh, Duarte. Yep, he'll cover it that time. Good defense by the Cardinals. That's that great red wall of the Cardinals' defense. It's been tested today. One of the more trying days for the Cardinals' defense. But all be for naught if the offense can get a good play here. Here's Abdul Loam. Loam set up that excellent play earlier that got it to Michael Hogan. Finds Miranda. Miranda. Frederick trying to trip up Miranda there, and they did just in time to break it up. Figueroa keeps it alive. Here's Catafalmo. Backtracks, gets it to Figueroa. Figueroa sends it up to Loam. Loam pressured, breaks away from his man. Abdul Loam looking for an open man to get a pass off to. Loam gets shoved to the ground. I think that's going to be a foul on Frederick. At the very least, a corner kick. Better yet, a free kick deep in Frederick territory. With 16 minutes to go. Just about 16 minutes to go. Oh my. "16 minutes on the clock. Frederick forming up into defensive positions. Catafalmo will take the kick. Here he goes. Little stutter, sends it up, blocked up by Bolin. Ramirez can try and keep it alive. Knocked out of there by Frederick. Now the Cardinal defense trying to get a break here. That's Hogan. Akano comes up. Jameson's going to have an opportunity here. Jameson will have an opportunity one-on-one with Duarte. Shot taken, off target. Well, I'll give the Cardinals this. They have kept the leading scorer for the Frederick Community College Cougars out of the net tonight. There have been plenty of bright spots in what's been a tough game so far for Catonsville, but they've kept themselves in the ball game, in the contest, as they will bring up Duarte. Duarte sends it down to Eibner. Eibner, ooh, wasn't able to set that play up in time. Frederick's going to have a chance here with about 14 minutes to go. So the Cardinals are going to reset. They'll send it deep. The Cougars will reset. Out of bounds, possession will stay with Catonsville. With Frederick, excuse me. Oh, man, okay. Making some little mental errors there. It's all good. 14 minutes to go. Frederick with a chance. Kano tripped up, trying to guard his man. Here's a shot. Duarte's on it. Duarte will send that one deep, trying to get it to Ramirez. And Ramirez, a nice header, keeps it up. He gets past Sar. Wasn't able to get to Orozco in time. Gustavo Orozco's had a great game, folks. He's got his first career goal in this contest. He's made some great defensive plays. Big praise to him. 13 minutes to go. 13 minutes left. Can Catonsville get a comeback going? Frederick has started to control possession here in the last few minutes, as they might have a chance. At least they did have a chance. Oh, they're still alive. Figueroa getting a lace in there, trying to break it up. They find Martins. Martins trying to find his man. Hogan breaks it up. Down goes Hogan. That's going to be a foul on Frederick. Possession to the Cardinals. And so back the other way we go. Cardinals will send it deep downfield. Here's Abdul Loam. Loam snaking away from his defenders. There was a bit of contact, no foul. He finds Alonso. Alonso's got Eibner wide open, but he didn't have enough power on the kick. Not enough power on the kick. Eibner was wide open down the near side. Alonso. Eibner breaks it up, gets it to Alonso. Alonso's needs some help. He's getting double teamed. And he sends it back to Eibner. Eibner finds Hogan. Hogan, nice header. Miranda can't get there in time. Play kept alive by Hydera. Here comes Hogan. Hogan with the keeper to beat. Hogan breaks free. Hogan looking for an opening. Somebody help this man out. He gets Ramirez. He finds Ramirez. Ramirez keeps it alive. He's tripped up. Ramirez sends out a shot. Oh, that was frustrating as Ramirez went down out of bounds. Possession will go to Frederick. Man, that was frustrating. Again, Michael Hogan putting the team on his back in this situation, trying desperately to get the Cardinals back on the scoreboard, as now with about 11 minutes to go, once again, he has been the one player for the Cardinals offense that can seem to generate anything, as Catonsville will go for a reset. Frederick breaks it up. On the attack, that's an open net. Too high. As in come the subs. No, keep it. Enter the game for the Cardinals. They're going to put Mote back into the contest. They're going to put Colton Taylor back into the contest. They're going to send King Remy in as the new striker. As they pull Alonso, they pull Miranda, and they pull Figueroa. And Figueroa is going to head over to the athletic trainer's table, I think, to get checked out. Catafalmo finds Akano. All right, folks, it's the witching hour. 10 minutes to go. Mote trying to get it down to Eibner. Eibner's been very sneaky, getting open down on the near side. As this is going to be dangerous here. Martins is open. Looking for a man. Catafalmo breaks it up. Big collision. Martins went down. No foul called. Eibner breaks it up. Tries to get it to Hydera. And he won't be successful as it's picked up by Frederick. Now the Cougars on the attack. Well, they're trying to. Big Aziz Mote gets in there and finds Hogan. Hogan tries to get it to King Remy. Remy is the fastest player on the team. He said so. Remy with a chance, and he booted it out of the back of the pitch. Too much speed there for King Remy, I'm afraid. With 9 minutes to go. And you know Frederick is going to take their sweet time with this goal kick. They can afford it. Regardless of how this game turns out, folks, this has been an excellent game, and we hope that you tune into our next broadcast. That's going to be same time on Thursday as the Cardinals take on the Nighthawks of Northern Virginia Community College. Should be a fun game. The Cardinals beat Nova last year for their first win of the season, and hopefully the Cardinals can get a win there. Regardless of the outcome, the Cardinals, this has once again been a very impressive performance for the Cardinals, although it has been frustrating. Out of bounds, possession will stick with Frederick with 8.5 minutes left. Frederick's got a lot of their bench in there now. As Akano with a nice steal. Akano down the near side. Akano gets it up to Mote. Mote with a good recovery. Excuse me, that's King Remy. Remy, oh, he's being held! That was a brutal foul, and Remy has some words for Reyes. Reyes was holding Remy's head in his arms. Yellow card on Reyes. He's feigning innocence, but King Remy was not pleased at all. That was plain dirty. We're resetting the clock here, folks. It's going to be 7 minutes and 57 seconds as they take this free kick by Paul Catafalmo. And I wonder if that could be the moment that gets this Cardinals team to wake up. A rough foul on one of their own. Here we go. Catafalmo will take the free kick deep in Frederick territory. 8 minutes to go. Free kick on its way. There's an opening. Taylor misses it out of bounds. It'll go back to Frederick. Well, they came close. That was close. If you notice, our clock seems to be a little weird, folks. We're trying to synchronize it with the game clock. There we go. On its way. Boland's goal kick. Picked up by the Cardinals first. Kept alive by Ramirez. He gets it down to Remy. Remy fighting for it. Breaks free. King Remy's got to stop it from going out. He will. Ramirez keeps it alive. Remy falls to the ground. Foul on Frederick. Another foul on Frederick with 7 minutes to go. I mean, the Cardinals are getting every possible chance in the book right now. They've got to capitalize on one of these. They have to. Six and a half minutes to go. Ramirez will take the free kick. Frederick taking their time to get in position defensively. They're going to stop the clock. The reason they're stopping the clock, folks, is that there were some words being exchanged for a split second between King Remy and one of the Frederick players. Remember, Remy got fouled hard earlier, so I wouldn't blame him if he was getting a little upset. But they stopped the clock there because I think they're discussing if there should be a foul. Remy was having words with Komla Kumi, number 16 for Frederick, another bench player. And the sideline judge caught it. The Cardinals players were having to separate them to ensure that they weren't going to have any words. The referee, meanwhile, is talking to Kumi. I think he's telling him he's got to keep his hands to himself. Somebody in that pile got a little handsy with King Remy. On its way, Ramirez's kick is picked up by Boland. And meanwhile, Hogan fell down in the backfield. So with 6 minutes to go, well, this has been a frustrating one, I'll say that much, but there's still time. There's still 6 minutes left. Frederick with a chance. Taylor will get in there to break it up. Out of bounds, possession to Frederick. Stopping the clock here with 5 minutes, 26 seconds to go. And here we go. Back underway. Defense trying to get another stop. Frederick, some nifty footwork here, trying to get in there. Broken up by Abdulom. Frederick keeps it alive. Cougars looking for an opening. Trying to find somebody, anybody. Broken up by Catafalmo. Catafalmo goes tumbling down. Gets it out to Hydera. Foul called on Frederick. Kind of wish they hadn't thrown that foul because the Cardinals had a good run going down there. But now they're going to have to start all the way back. Less than 5 minutes to go. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to be exact. Catafalmo will take the free kick. There's still time. Anything can happen. Catafalmo will send that down. Out of bounds. Possession once again will go to the Cardinals. And let's see what they can do. Toss it in, trying to get it out to Alonso. He's had some good looks today. Alonso tripped up, keeps possession. Alonso fighting for it. It goes out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. Every time it goes out of bounds and they go possession to the Cardinals, I keep wagging my finger in that direction. I'm afraid I'm going to accidentally poke my cameraman's eye out if I'm not careful. It's very tense right now. You know they have a chance. Here's Abdulom. It's broken up. Akano breaks it up as well. As a foul is called on Frederick. And Akano very quickly trying to get the Cardinals back. He was frantically waving it there. Like, get back, get into position, let's go. Akano sends a shot downfield towards Eibner. It goes over his head. It's going to roll back. Sar will cover it. Sar sends that pass out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. They've got to hurry here. They get it in bounds to Mote. Out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. Possession to the Cardinals. 3 minutes to go. Even if the Cardinals don't pull this off, we at least would like to see them manage to get a score. Trailing 3-1. They've played a great game, but it was just that mistake that's a mistake. Hogan kicks that one out of bounds, and Frederick will take their sweet time with sending this one inbounds. Two and a half minutes to go. Hogan trying to break it up, out of bounds, possession to Frederick. And with about 2 minutes to go, Sar will put it in. It's broken up by Mote. Good pressure by Mote and Catafalmo. That ball went out of bounds, possession to the Cardinals. 2 minutes to go, possession to the Cardinals. As the Cardinals are going to bring on a late sub. Gotta hurry, gotta hurry, gotta hurry. Subbing into the game late for the Cardinals to replace Hogan is number 18. That's Kahindi Oluwasisan. First time we've seen him since the season opener. Akano breaks up that play, gets it over to Eibner. Oluwasisan. Minute and a half to go. Sar breaks it up, out of bounds. They will quickly toss it back in. They get it to Catafalmo. Gotta hurry. Here's Taylor. Passes it up to Hydera. Hydera breaks through two men. Hydera looking for an opening. Hydera gets it out to Ramirez. Ramirez shot off target. And with that, we've reached 1 minute left, and that might have been the last chance for the Cardinals. 1 minute to go in regulation. It's going to be a corner kick for the Cardinals. Okay, it's going to be a corner kick for the Cardinals. Ramirez will take the corner. We missed that for a second. It's up. It's headed by Mote. It's knocked up. Kept alive. It will be. It bounces off of the crossbar of the goalpost behind the goal. That should do it. It'll be a corner kick for Frederick with 30 seconds to go. And Frederick, yeah, they'll take their time here. And they're going to stop the clock with 15 seconds. Make that 13. Here we go. 10 seconds left. I don't think the Cardinals are going to get another chance. Frederick is still playing as if they're behind. Final seconds tick away. And it's going to end with a Frederick player getting hit in the face with the ball, as that's going to do it. So the Cougars of the Cardinals, after a thrilling contest, Frederick will get the win 3-1. It's a tough loss for Catonsville, even tougher knowing that it could have been 2-1 had they not had that accidental goal early in the first. You know what? The Cardinals, they fought hard, though. It was a hard-fought game. They're going to drop to 3-3 on the season, I think. Frederick's going to stay undefeated. Kudos to the Cougars. They have played a brilliant contest and have played brilliantly. It just wasn't meant to be for Catonsville on this day. Well, that's going to do it here for us, folks. Next up for the Cardinals, Northern Virginia Community College, a battle with the Nighthawks, a rematch of last year's thrilling contest where the Cardinals got their first win of the season. That's going to be coming up on Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. We encourage you to tune in. From everyone here at CCBC Catonsville, this is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, signing off. We thank you for joining us tonight as the Cardinals fall 3-1. Good night, everybody.